folks, Ariel over here at Fineth with a little different video than what I normally share in some ways. This is rebuilding, well actually replacing the entire engine in my vehicle. So if you've been following along here for a while, you probably know that for a lot of years I drove an old Astro van. Still the most awesome shaped shell for practically hauling things around ever. But I had it set up to live in and, camp in and such. And after a while, I was pretty much around the place all the time and not using it, and housing is in very short supply in my general area. So I let somebody buy it who went to living in it full time because they didn't have anywhere to live. And I got this little old Toyota, actually by far the newest vehicle I've ever owned. It was manufactured in the same century we currently live on, which is newer than anything else I've ever had. And it only had 150-something thousand miles on it when I purchased it. Anyway, I've run it for quite a while. I've had good luck running Toyotas for a very, very long time. And I guess I got a little unlucky with this one and had a spark plug blow up in the engine, is what I'm told. So just to be clear, this is not a how-to rebuild an engine. This is just me being amazed by the ability of people to do such a thing. Anyway, this is actually from a few months ago, and I didn't actually get the footage together until now. That incident with the spark plug, I guess, destroyed a bunch of stuff inside the engine. It was still running, but it was eating oil and sucking air, and nothing was running correctly. So I was, looking for another secondhand vehicle, but the prices had gone crazy high on all of them, so I was trying to decide what to do. And I happen to have this pretty awesome brother who's an amazing mechanic, and I'd send you to talk to him if you lived on the East Coast and needed a mechanic, except he's already way, way busier than he can possibly keep up with. But he was kind enough to travel to Wyoming with his mobile repair rig. This is what he does, it's a full-time business, except he usually does it on big machines, like semis and cranes and stuff like that. But he was kind enough to help his sister out, and he found a secondhand engine out of a wrecked car. And so at the end of this, my car is back to running with a over 200,000 miles on the odometer and under 50,000 on the everything basically in the front end. Anyway, I know nothing about mechanicking. It's not my interest. It's not my skill set, but he is great at this stuff. So he took a couple days and tore everything apart, pulled the old one out, put the new one in, hooked it back up. And this kind of stuff just amazes me. And if any of you guys are, raising children or are young people or whatever, and you're wondering, especially given everything going on in the world, well, can I possibly, have a good life and a, good business and provide for my family and such if I don't go to college? Well, this is an excellent example of yes, you can. All of us children were homeschooled growing up, myself, my brother, everybody else. And, I have siblings who chose to go to college and get degrees. And I have siblings like him who were not interested in that, who love working hands-on. And he is entirely self-taught on mechanical stuff, and he's done work for other people and has now for quite a while been running his own business very successfully and supporting their family. He and my sister-in-law have 2 nieces, and they've got a 3rd little one on the way right now. And anyway, so I'm just, I'm amazed by the ability of people who are good at doing this kind of thing and can totally gut a vehicle and then put it all back together. And I remember watching this young man when he was a little boy getting the free lawnmowers that somebody was throwing away because they didn't work, or somebody's discarded weed whacker in the neighborhood. And he'd just sit down and tear it all apart and then put it back together and see if it worked and see if he had any spare pieces left. And if it didn't work, take it apart, put it back together again. And, this is his thing, and it's what he's done for a long time now. But anyway, I am super thankful that this was an option. And now I'm back to running around in my little car, and hopefully for many, many years to come, because of course putting a whole new engine in is not free either, but it seemed to make the most sense given the current climate of, prices in the secondhand vehicle market and so on. And I thought some of you guys might be as amazed as I am by the ability of someone to tear everything to pieces like this, get it worked out, and put it all back together, and it goes back to working. Plus, I like the idea of keeping things usable as long as possible in their life, so this kept the vehicle I already owned on the road, plus kept some parts, out of the landfill from somebody else's rig that had been totaled, and anyway, I like all that stuff, like reusing things, like keeping it together, and I find it amazing to watch people who are really good at useful skills use their skills and do useful things with them. So, enjoy watching this. As I said, this is not a how-to replace an engine. I wasn't there for every single part of it. Sometimes I had to go take care of other things and feed the birds and go to work and so on, and in between I filmed what he was doing. So, I thought I'd share it with you all. He much prefers working on really big things because they're not so tight and so hard to get around in.
clear. Not even close.
You got a break.
It's hanging up a little bit on the
Oh, we're hitting the frame there.
Definitely. I mean, that thing starts up, purrs like a brand new machine.
That's some of the pieces that came off the old engine after he was all done, and a bunch of stuff apparently was really shot in there, so it was good that everything got replaced is what I'm told.
do this and do a rip around.
Put it up.
And this is just amazing.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Come back next time for more adventures.
Thanks for watching.